series that I'm starting. Now on Instagram I put up a poll to see what team the audience wants me to choose for a road to glory. Essentially I'll be picking a EFL League 2 team, going through the season in the EFL 2, hopefully getting promotion up to League 1, then to Championship, and then Premier League, and try and win the Premier League. So by the title of this live stream, you will know that I am choosing Mansfield Town FC. So obviously I'll go through all the steps, step by step. So creating a manager and all that stuff, all the players that I sign, all the negotiations, all that kind of stuff. So I mean, later on after the live stream, what I'll do is I'll put in timestamps, so you can scroll through all the live streams, all the videos, and see. Well, you know, you can essentially cut out the boring parts and look at the parts that you'd want to watch. So I'm gonna start off by choosing manage a career. Let's see what it says. Because of FIFA 19 entitles to some perks. Okay, so increase your starting transfer budget. Okay, we'll choose that. And network on the first season, we'll choose that in advance. And choosing a character or a manager, I'll go for the middle one. And obviously let's edit this up. Let's do this. What's happening now? Oh, that's just his first name. Okay. Nationality, I'm gonna pick Australian. Alright, let's edit the face. Oh, I mean, it's not the facial features per se, just kind of getting the right tone and things like that. So it's that, and I'll just change up the facial hair and things like that as well. Facial hair. Facial hair. Alright, he's got the beard. What color is it? Black, okay. And then let's move up to the hair. Long, medium hair. I know there's a good. What is this? Okay, this way. This one. That's the one. Change it up to black. Yeah, that's kind of what I look like, but give it bigger ears and bushy eyebrows and stuff like that. But I think for what it is, it's alright. Outfits, not too fast. Yeah, the suit will work, so we'll advance on that one. Now the team, okay, English. Straight to the EFL 2, and where is it? Mansfield Town, here we go. Mansfield Town, City Mansfield, club worth 2.5 million by the looks of it pounds, and we'll obviously change some of these things. So let's use Mansfield City, here we go. So to make it a bit more harder, I'll go professional because it's not exactly the hardest thing, but it's not the easiest thing also. I think professional is a good kind of balance. Half-time length 4 minutes, because you don't want to see me playing matches for 20 minutes. Currency, yep, so we'll change that to dollars. Court lane, international jobs enabled, transfer window enabled, European Championship. So, and obviously throughout the seasons, I think once we get up to Championship, we'll be looking to push towards firstly Europa League, and then from Europa League, or once we get into the Premier League, then Champions League. So obviously over these episodes, we'll see how the team grows and how it gets stronger in order to enable us to win these competitions as well. So stadium, I'm just gonna leave it as, actually, let's see if it's in here or not. I'm not sure if they have it in the, doing a quick search. Let's have a look and see. So the Mansfield Town FC, their stadium is Field Mill. I'm not sure if they would have it on here, but it doesn't hurt to have a look. Yeah, I think for the I guess the lower tier teams, I think the court, yeah, Crown Lane is the stadium that they give us. So alright, just check these things again. Professional dollars, yep. Let's see, can advance. So just loading up the season now. Ooh, I'll be eager to see the team sheet, what players there are, and obviously whatever decisions I make, you'll be able to see along the way as well. And also, as you're watching this, in the comments, let me know any players you want me to try and sign. Obviously, lower tier team won't have enough budget and attractiveness to most of the bigger players from the bigger clubs. But if you know of any, up and rising stars you'd want me to try and sign, leave it in the comments, and we can definitely try and make that happen. So gonna save this to a new manager career mode and advance to invites. So I'm gonna advance to invites purely because if we win these, we can get some good money to increase our transfer budget, which will let us hopefully get some better players invested into, the youth academy and things like that. So we'll go for this one. High potential prize money is the highest. Also, the difficulty level is a bit lower than this one. So it should be a good competition to see how the team fits as well. Starting off the initial notifications, let's see what messages there are. So Mansfield board, we recognize coaching staff during season invitation. Okay, cool, yep. Transfer market is open, that's cool. Visions and inspections, I'll check that out later. First scout report, introducing myself. Okay, so we're gonna look at the vision and expectations first. So overall, Emirates FA Cup, reached the round of 32 stage. Okay, within 2 seasons in EFL League 2, gain automatic promotion. Okay, so essentially in our first season, if we can gain automatic promotion, then that's cool. But if we are unable to gain automatic promotion, then either we go to playoffs or we can't get relegated essentially. So if we don't get promotion, then in the second season we will aim to get that promotion anyway. Youth development, so sign a youth player to the senior team in the same season they were scouted. Play them in 5 matches. Yep. Grow the player by 5 overall points. Okay, so I'm gonna set up the youth, the scouts for the youth development first when I exit this, because that lets me see what prospects there are at an earlier stage and to grow these players from an earlier stage as well. Brand exposure, keep a streak of at least 85% attendance and 5 consecutive home games. Okay, so essentially when we keep winning games, the attendance will keep growing. Continental success, nothing at the moment. Domestic success, 5 promotion, 32, round of 32. And long term, okay, yep. And financial, so that no strain on us financially at the moment, so that's okay. Alright, let's back out of this. First scout report, let's see. Okay, so it's not bad. So obviously we'd want some younger players to try and build them up over time and see, you know, what kind of potential they have. Shortlist this one and let's see. So yeah, obviously being that they're from a higher tier team, not necessarily looking to move into a lower tier team. So that's I guess one of the benefits of setting up those scouts is that no matter where you kind of look, those players will eventually you can, again, they're free to sign kind of thing. So what's my budget? It is 3.4. Obviously I don't want to spend that much. I don't want to spend that little as well. So I think setting up one scout is the best way to go at the moment. One scout that has some good experience. Set up the scouting network. So obviously what I want to try and aim to look for is possibly some players from, let's say we'll go Brazil, because in saying that, the hope is that we can get some attacking players with some good skill moves. So 4-star, 5-star skill moves that will let us use skill moves in games in order to, you know, just enhance our gameplay as well. So, and also Brazilian defenders, I think, in the youth development is good as well. We'll set that up here. So he's away for 3 months. So okay, I think at the end of every month we will see. So at the moment profit has dropped because of the scout we just set up and things like that. Okay, so I have one notification. 3 months. Cool. Yep, monthly reports. Okay, next thing to look at is the squad itself. So at the moment they're using what looks to be a 5-2-1-2. So obviously I don't want that many defenders at the back. So I'm gonna go for a 4 at the back. I do want 2 strikers up front, but at the same time, actually, I think I can edit the position of these players. So what I can try to do essentially is 4-4-4. I can try 4-2-4, but the midfield looks a bit barren to me, having only 2 players. Okay, I'll select this one, and then what I want to do next is adjust these positions. So if I can bring it into more of, I guess, a triangular shape, so not as wide, so just about halfway there, more of a 4-2-2 formation. You can still choose to be a left wing. Same thing here, bring it in a bit closer. Let's think about it there as well. Obviously, let's see. So we've got Stone, Sweeney, that's pretty good. 64 rated for this team. 66 Pierce, it's pretty strong. Right wing back, that's good. Left back Benning. Some pretty good stats for these defenders, not gonna lie. Bishop, Chelsea, Tomlinson, Maynard. Okay, that's good, he's got players. Okay, so our strike team is decently paced, and got some good shooting. Okay, the centre back will have to sub him out. Put in Hamilton, and let's see, he can play left mid striker and left wing back. So check him on the left hand side. take the center mid out, and let's see what we have in the reserves. And obviously one of the other things you'll see me do is try and get rid of a lot of reserve players, essentially because once I establish a good strong first 11 and good subs, I won't be using a lot of the reserve players. So who can we put in instead of him? Some good pace. Who can play? Let's have a look. Right wing back. Again, so there's some. Being that it's the first time looking at the team, there's going to be a fair few plays that I'll have to go over a couple of times in order to see exactly what kind of position is best for them. So okay, I'll just swap it for Sinclair at the moment. Reason being is that 3-star weak foot, 3-star skill moves, good pace, so we can build on the pace in order to 92 pace on the left, 80 on the right. So again, we have options there, and what's the keeper looking like? Stone. 19 years old, and he is 32 years old. So essentially what I want to do is place Olejnik, I'll say Oli. Play Oli for a bit. Boost him up. Boost up the stats as much as I can, because I can guarantee at the end of this season or the end of next season he'll be retiring. And his stats will get lower. And in the meantime, what I'll do is I'll train Stone to increase his stats as well. In the substitutes, I don't really like to have a goalkeeper because it's rare to see a goalkeeper being subbed in the game. So what I'll do is I'll just set these defenders. Okay, and then save that. Oh, good. I'm gonna go back. And just set up some tactics. So pressure and heavy touch. Prefer press after position loss. Want it not too wide, so this is in defense, so keeping it close to the center. Depth, about 5, 6. Keep it on 6 at the moment. On the offense, I like fast build up. With let's go a little bit wider than the defense because of those wing plays that can run up and down the wings. And plays in the box, moves 7, corners 4, and free kicks 4. Okay. Save that. And let's see, because the transfer market's open, I'll go into here, and essentially what I'll do is I'll sort it by overall. Okay, so what I want to do, add him, left wing back. I'll keep him, this is the goalkeeper, add him, take him, Sinclair, I'm using him on first 11, I'll just, oh, he's on loan, okay, terminate loan, so there's some loan plays as well, okay. And who else is there? He's on loan. Okay, and he's on loan as well. Okay, and Andy Cook is on loan as well. 28 years old. At Tranmere Rovers. Okay, so we'll be playing against him because in the cup, one of our opponents is Tranmere Rovers. Set up training. So the first training we'll set up is goalkeeper, like I mentioned earlier, and this one, so I'll go for one-on-ones because it increases 3 stats instead of 2 on this one and 2 on this one at a drill. So essentially I want to try and cover 1 training session for 1 key position, I guess. So let's see. Okay, so we have no left-footed strikers. So what I want to essentially try and do is, okay, I'll get sprint speed. I'll train Davies because I want to increase his sprint speed, finishing, and power. Okay, I'll start with these three at the moment. If I have to change it later, I can change it. Wingers, who am I playing? I'm playing Sinclair? I'm playing Fielding on the right hand side. So as a midfielder, I wanna increase his crossing scenarios. Is there anything that has 3 in these? I'll use this one. I think the attack is alright. I'll put a midfielder and I'll go with Alex McDonald. So essentially I want one midfielder that has good attacking position and one that has good defending position. So what I want to do is there's a attacking position, so medium attacking position, so adept attacking scenarios. I'm gonna give him this one, and then lastly I'm gonna put a centre back. I'll go for essentially trying to train up some of the lower, overall players. So we'll go for this one and simulate all. Let's see how they went. So already after one, that it's increasing, so that's a good start. And advance to the game. See how this goes. Some messages, player chats. Okay. I'm just exploring. Just exploring. So these are the players that I essentially put on transfer market. On behalf of that, I'll give you a warm welcome. So that's good. Excited about the future. Let's go. And let's go out of that and let's jump into our first match. Home kit, and we'll go away kit just because of the contrast, so it's not too much. And also I don't know if this is kind of unfair or not, but I prefer that it's, because I can change it, I'm going to change it to overcast for all the matches, because I hate shadows when I'm playing. Overcast, evenly pitched, even lighting, things like that. So that's the one thing I want to be changing, is the weather conditions. So starting 11 looks good, and we'll play this match. And looking at the chat, we have Arv has it going, man.
And welcome to a game that really should have pulses racing. Every reason to believe this will be enthralling. My name is Derek Ray, and with me is my commentary partner Lee Dixon. And we have pre-season group stage
so obviously during gameplays,
really
I won't be the most talkative. I'll try and kind of speak my mind to tell you what I'm doing and trying. So obviously, being the first match, I'm going to try and test the capabilities of all the players. See how they go. See what works for them, what needs to work, things like that. So At the moment it is feeling a little bit sluggish. Bit crowded in the midfield, so I might have to adjust that.
And a throw in it's going to be. Oh, a lovely ball. This looks promising. An utterly disappointing cross. Goal kick.
So things like first touch shots like that, I'll be trying long shots just to get a gauge of what players are actually capable of. Obviously the stats that you read before a game won't necessarily be 100% accurate of what the player is able to do in game. So hopefully I'm able to gauge what players are better suited for what kind of technique I'm going for.
Maynard.
And again, things like skill moves is a good, I guess, benefit to have in your team, because regardless of who you play, having the skill moves lets you to just add that bit of flair in your gameplay. You can get out of tricky situations pretty easily. It enables you to just open up a new avenue, I guess. So I try to finish shot there. So reactions are good. Again, being a 4th-tier team, they are pretty good, in my opinion, starting off. I've seen some other teams that start off with a lot of, I guess, lower overall players, but at the same time, it's about progressing through and seeing what how we can improve the team, bring in new players, make existing players overall better, things like that. So I think that's a centre back. Correct me if I'm wrong. So again, I'm just trying to see, even for a centre back, what the in-game capabilities are. Looking at the left wing, try across. That was a good ball. So again, we'll be trying to increase the overall, I guess, aggression of the attackers as well to win those opportunities. Good crossing. Ooh, okay, and again, as you just saw, the heading as well.
Yeah, meat and drink for a goalkeeper of that class. Well, we did have to cut Alan McInally short there. Just of note, the away side did score in that game. They now lead by 1 goal to 0. Untidy in possession.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, okay.
And the referee has
That's
pointed
the
to
first
spot.
mistake of the game.
Penalty it is, and a chance for them to forge ahead. Well, that could be his final rebuke, I think, and the referee's making that absolutely clear. A penalty miss.
Well,
oh my word, you can miss a penalty in all sorts of ways. The keeper can save it, but to hit it over the bar.
Just to iterate what I said at the start of the stream, obviously for those tuning in after I've streamed this, watching this after whatever time I've streamed this, essentially I'm gonna try maybe once or twice in a week to do these live streams. Essentially I'll try Melbourne time to do this, to start the stream at 10:30 AM. but if you obviously if you can't tune in at that time, then you can watch this afterwards as well. Half time. Let's check on the squad. So in terms of that first half, looking at the fitness is the first thing. So looks like the fitness is decent. So yeah, there'll be players that take a bigger toll on their fitness than others, but that's alright. We'll slap him in there. And what else do we want? We'll try McDonald instead of Charles Lee, because McDonald has better attacking stats from what I can see right now, and Bishop has some better defending quality. So if you can see that difference there, defending and physical, defending isn't as high, but attacking is high for McDonald. So that's what I'm looking for. One centimeter or one midfield player that can drop back, and one that can go forward. How many is that? 1, 2, and I'll change up the attack as well. I'll go for a bit more pace. So I'll swap him out. So hopefully this makes a difference.
As anticipated, plenty of talking points so far, and now the second half is underway. Given away. No.
Let's try this with McDonald.
Surely.
Okay, so again, one more thing that I have to learn is the player's strong feet, to know exactly, you know, if I'm taking a shot like I just did with McDonald, you know, is it on his dominant foot? Is it on his weak foot? And what his weak foot capabilities are, in order to get the best outcome, is essentially to score the goal. So again, there'll be a lot of learning along the way, learning these players, learning what they can do, what they can't do, how you can improve it. Again, I tried a finish shot there, so again, that's something else that I can look at, is looking at improving the finishing of these players, finishing composures, essentially, obviously keeping it realistic. These players won't go all the way up to 99 in everything, but it's good to know that I can have a reliable player in the position that can give me the outcome that I want.
It might be the moment to get them ahead. Always going to be the goalkeeper's ball. It should be. And a small
So
stop to prevent the
that was, I
of the
think that was
contest
Hamilton.
lead.
So that was on his left foot this time. So I think his left foot is his dominant foot. So that's something to keep in mind.
Kick played in. The end product just wasn't there. Camara.
Just move him up. Is offside? How's he not offside?
And now waiting to pounce. Oh, it's mischievous.
Oh.
And turned onto the woodwork.
So that's, oh man, so that's something that I was mentioning before. This goalkeeper, I think he's 30, no, yeah, 32. So again, his stats over time, if I don't train him, will decrease. Oh, there, oh, you see that? Ooh. For a 32-year-old keeper, that's tasty. Ooh. If I had a highlight reel, that would go into it.
And he's fired over the corner.
Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Well, it's been so
Spoke too soon.
Tactics have played a part. Now they're going to have to change the tactics.
But yeah, I guess even if we lose matches, these I guess pre-season friendlies are good way to see what players are good in what positions, capability-wise as well.
Room to manoeuvre on the wing. Bishop. Goalkeeper's ball, and was always going to be.
It's 80 minutes, so I do
Only
need a goal.
10 minutes remaining here. Pretty good reading of the game to win possession back. Definitely look as though they want to make this move count.
Obviously, even though it's a friendly, I do want to still try and win these matches because of the additional finances that we can get. So I guess the tournament prize money.
McDonald knows. What can he do from here? Nielsen. And threading it forward. Oh, surely. Attacker versus keeper, and keeper wins.
I always put my money on the attacker, not this time.
So essentially this might be the last chance to try and get something out of this game.
We've had the official word. There will be a minimum of 2 added minutes. Given away.
Well, that was a good performance, even though we lost. It was a good corner that they scored, so can't really argue with that. So obviously the highlights, we'll just advance it. So overall that was a good start to the team. So I guess where I'll be looking at improving is, I think the attack is good, the defense is good. I think as a midfielder, I'll have to keep, I guess, trying different tactics, maybe just try and gauge how early those players make runs, who they're sticking to, and things like that. Lewis Gibbons, is this someone that Lewis Gibbons. Okay, look, essentially I'm gonna take it. Lower overall at the start. If I can get him out, I can get some money into the club. Increase the wage budget as well. So even if we bring in free transfer players, loan players as well, then we can afford to have them on because of the increased wage budget as well. Transfer offer for Gibbons, I've already signed one. I've already accepted one. I'm gonna reject it and see if the initial one goes through. Just advance and see. Okay, nothing yet. So at the moment we stand third. So these initial friendlies will be one match against each of these teams. So 3 matches, and then if you win, you play the second team or wherever you stand. So pretty much top 2 teams play the final. Whoever wins the prize money, I guess. I think, unless there's other teams. Let me have a look. Okay, so there's 2 teams. So essentially the top 2 in this one, 2 semi-finals, winner, final. You know the drill. So okay, let's see. Play match. And one of the other reasons why I'll be doing. Oh, that's a nice kick. Ooh, that's nice. Well, I'll do two streams, or maybe three, in a week, in order to, you know, get these matches done. Because essentially what I want to do, I don't want to simulate any matches, because that's not it's not a fair representation of what the team is capable of. In previous career modes that I've tried, simulating just, you know, you can mess up things real bad. So I'll be trying to I will be playing all the matches in the seasons, what's it called, the cups, the trophies, all that. So I'll be playing that in order to try and get the best results possible for the team. So here we go, second match.
We're in pre-season tournament action for you. It's a second group stage game. Tranmere Rovers against Mansfield Town.
Looking forward to seeing some of the younger players in these two squads. The manager's giving them a run out as they try different shapes, formations. Early days in terms of this season, a long season ahead.
Tranmere Rovers go with this team today, with an emphasis maybe on getting into the game, not getting out of the game before 20 minutes or so. They want to start solidly with those two holding midfield players.
Yeah, don't lose the match before.
This with a chance to go into the lead now. Can't get the shot through, good block. Chance for a break in numbers. No offside.
Last defender. Nice.
Defender's done very well there to stop the cross.
Oh, switch. Get it in there, pass it there. Ooh. See, things like that, those runs that defender made, just to intercept that pass.
Cook. Morris. It's a good ball, they could be in. Made the save. Corner played in. Strong punch from the corner by the keeper. Morris. Patient play from them. Perkins. Well, spoke too soon, I guess. They were moving the ball around nicely, but now they've lost it. Going for goal! Took the shot off.
So obviously we'll get lucky sometimes with plays like that. Even though we're playing against a computer, the advantages, one of the advantages of playing against these lower league teams is that the CPU, I guess the, how would you call it, intelligence, gameplay intelligence isn't as much as Premier League. So obviously they'll make mistakes more often. Like in the previous match, they missed a penalty, flew over the bar. So things like that we get lucky with. So that was in. Again, that kit is very nice. The, I guess the black and the gold with the grey on it as well. I know the PSG had the blackout kit. The Dortmund one, I'd say, is my favourite.
Neil Bishop.
Out of the blackout kits.
Excellent interception. They could go in front here. Can't hang onto it, the keeper. That did look like a real opening, but they've dealt with it. Well, space to get the cross in. It's gone all the way out for a throw. Flags up, offside.
Oh, I think he was half a yard on there. He's entitled to feel hard done by.
Well, there's one for him to chase in behind. Can he finish it now? Well, he took it on from a long way out, and I'm afraid it's even further wide.
Well, I couldn't believe it when he was gearing up to shoot from that distance. Really couldn't. You can see from those stats, they aren't stats you normally associate with this team. They're normally much more imaginative than this.
Good work this, as they chase a go-ahead goal. Got to be. He
Ooh.
really gave it the laces there, didn't he, Alan?
Yeah, he did connect with it beautifully. Not a bad effort at all.
Also, one of the other things I'll be looking at is the teams that we the teams that we play against
In behind the
in these
defenders.
competitions, even
Oh,
in
he's
the
in clear
leagues,
here. No flag. Come off the goalkeeper's
players
play.
that stand out in the opponent's teams.
That's a bad
Like,
ball.
say for example, I'm playing this team, maybe their defense is really strong. Maybe there's that one defender that gets everything. Maybe there's that one attacker that's he's quick, he's sharp, he's accurate kind of thing. So I'll be looking out for things like that as well to bring to bring those players into our team as well.
Made the challenge well.
Just keeping an eye out, being as mindful as I can of
4 minutes to play.
not obviously signing the best overall players like the Ronaldos, the Pogbas, things like that, but trying to just find those hidden gems, I guess you'd say, that that others might not be as aware of those players. And obviously I'm not the first person that this could potentially happen to, but there are those players that you might do a career mode with the team, find players that have a good potential, and then it happens in real life. They they turn out to be good players in real life as well. So it could be a good prospect to look at
Here we go
these
into the
players
second half
in the
of this
gameplay,
second match in the group
seeing
stage.
what
Looking forward to it.
potentially
It's,
their strengths
quite a
are
closely
in
run
game.
affair, so
Obviously in game is very different
continue in the
to
second half.
capabilities in real life. There's things to consider in real life
With the industry of the team,
that can't be, I
inspiration
guess,
lacking.
simulated or
They
put
need
into
to
place
get their noses in front.
from a game's perspective. But at the same time, it gives and I know of different cases where teams have used games like Football Manager, things like this to actually scout players in real life and sign them. So
Easy work for the keeper here.
we might discover a hidden gem before a team actually does. So it will be good to see
It's a quick
what
break.
kind of players we can find. That was a good chance there, but just a little bit slow on the reactions.
Cuts it out nicely. Alex McDonald. The build-up is patient. And they get it away. Rose. That's an easy save for the keeper. Anticipated the direction of the pass and was able to intervene.
No,
Plenty of
I
space
can't
out
hear the
wide, and they
feedback.
couldn't use it. It's not a good cross.
So I'm not sure if, as an audience, you can hear the what's it called, the
Just hearing that there's been a goal
commentary
somewhere else.
volume
McAnally is there, I believe.
or
Alan,
the
what have we got for us?
crowd atmosphere. If I have to increase,
Thank you
if
very much, Alan.
say, being that this is the first stream, obviously there'll be things to improve on, like audio and things like that. So if you can hear the, obviously when I watch it back, I'll know for sure. But if there's things that
Oh,
are
that's easy for the
obvious that
goalkeeper.
I miss, just please let me know in the comments. Just comment, maybe decrease my volume, my mic volume,
Nicky Maynard.
or increase the the commentary volume, things like that. So
That's an excellent
leave
shot
it in
from the
the
keeper.
comments. It might be something that I fix. It might be something that I miss out on. So either way, it will be improvements every
Corner's
episode
taken.
to the quality of content.
Goes for it with a fist. It's going to be a big end to this game, isn't it? Will we get a decisive goal? The fans trying to play their part.
Yeah, the players now pushing forward, one or two defenders moving on to the game, and it might have an effect.
Brilliant pass, can he finish it? Keeper did well to reach it, but he couldn't keep it. They pressed well, takes the shot off. And the goalkeeper's got it at last. And this time, in a way where he can take the heat out of the situation. It was pretty hot for him just before that, wasn't it? What a very good save.
Well, you saw how he moved about the goal there. He really does get up and down quickly. He's so agile, this keeper.
85 minutes played, 5 to go. He's confident with the ball at his feet, isn't he?
Try back a bit.
It's an excellent cross.
Oh, that was, to be fair, that was a good finish. So, again, a player like that, I think his name was Vaughan. So, good volleys. So, I'll have. I'm not sure if I think Tranmere Rovers is a team in our league as well. So the EFL League 2. So again, when I play Tranmere Rovers in league competition, Vaughan would be a player that I'll have to look out for. And again, boost my attack. So again, another game, another 1-0 loss. So I'm not sure. I think I'll be 4th in the standings of the of the cup that we're in right now. So even if I win the next one, I don't think so. There'll be 3 points. So unless, yeah. So again, if Tranmere Rovers loses their next one, and I win with and I have a better goal difference, I'm thinking, oh, they'll still be 3rd. So it's not really. Yeah, I don't think. Okay, so Gibbons was sold, right? Loan offer for Fielding. Fielding is one of the players that I'm trying to build on, so I'm gonna reject that offer. What else is there? Trainings, yes, Fielding is in there. So again, Davies, so cool. And obviously this training won't be the quickest process as well, so I'm gonna advance this. International, wish you the best. Is your okay? So Giuseppe Costa is my agent. By the looks of it, yes, my agent. Cool. So hopefully along the way as well, because it is a career mode, I would wanna try and get some international management positions as well. So for international teams. But they'll come along the way. Advance. Even though we can't win this tournament, I'm gonna play the match purely because I want to test out new players in different positions. So for example, Stone instead of Ollie, start off Davies instead of Maynard. So even though it's not the best changes, I might be taking some of the best players off. At the same time, it's a good way for me to gauge, just to get some experience for the players. And this is something that you'll see me doing throughout the season as well, is letting players with less overall play the matches that are least important, if that makes sense. So Hamilton, Sinclair and Fielding. Which one am I training? Sinclair Fielding. I think I've confused them. Sinclair Fielding. I'll have to check that afterwards as well, because I think I've confused Fielding with Sinclair. I'll check that out after this game anyway. Who else? Let's put him in and see how he plays. We can put him in here. And again, one of the other things that I like about career mode as opposed to Ultimate Team is that you can it's a little bit more realistic in terms of contracts, fitness, you know, rotating the team so that everyone gets playtime. You know, players' morals go down if you don't play them, things like that. So it's a bit more realistic. It takes a little bit more brain power to actually rotate them all effectively. Okay, so let's play this match. Let's see. You know what? I'm gonna go the away kit as again, just because I really like it. It's I'm not saying the yellow kit isn't attractive, but the away kit is more attractive. So hopefully we're able to score our first goal with Mansfield Town FC.
I'm Derek Ray, joined here in the commentary box as always by Lee Dixon, and we have more live action.
Perhaps
from
the missing factor was some of the capabilities of the lower overall players that the higher overall players didn't have, which we can build on and train the players to become better at.
The fans have been out in force, getting to meet the players, getting their shirts signed. It's on a much bigger scale than it was back when I used to play in pre-season games, that's for sure.
Sinclair, Smith, untidy in possession.
Let's see if this ball
perfectly
goes through,
timed pass. Can he make it count? Keeper did his job to begin with.
Good save by keeper there.
Well, I can't believe it's still level. What a save that was from the keeper.
Opportunity it is. Wonderful chance.
Oh, good finish.
A brisk start and a quick goal.
Well, the manager would have said, keep it tight at the back and see if we can nick an early goal, and they certainly have done.
So the match has restarted, 1-0 here. Sinclair. And the cross not quite accurate enough. Well, they had a decent reading of that ball in. It's a weighted pass. But he knew he had to get to the ball, and he did. Slipshod passing. Neuchatel. Well, that is how to run at defenders. Well, we can now go to Alan McInally for news of a goal elsewhere. Alan?
Just to iterate this a third time, obviously the stream will be a bit long, so after the stream is done, I'm gonna go into the stream, edit the description, and just put in timestamps to make it easier to navigate through the video to see, you know, what time up, you know, match 1, match 2, match 3, negotiations, transfers, things like that. Just make it easier for the audience, for you guys, just to navigate it. You know, if I'm playing cup final, you can see exactly at what time the cup final happened and skip out on the things that you don't want to see. Cool, bad pass.
Giving the ball away.
But yeah, at the moment, I think that these, again, the players that I chose for this match specifically, like you would have seen, is not the highest overall players, but at the same time they're proving to be good as well.
He's had to go for it. Wins the ball.
And I've had it in the past as well, where playing career mode, it's some of the lower overall players that are able to switch the game up better than some of the higher overall. So obviously it's not always the overall that you have to look at. So okay, I think in this cup we can use unlimited subs, but at the same time I want to keep it at 3 just because it makes it more realistic, in the sense that obviously when we play league games it won't be as there won't be, you know, unlimited subs. I want to bring McDonald on, and right foot. Is there any left footers? Okay, left foot on the left mid. That's good. Good for crosses. Who else is there? Okay, so that looks like that's the only left footer. So essentially, what I want to do is, if I have a right mid, I'd want him to have good, you know, good crossing, right foot, strong foot. So, you know, if the audience, for those watching this, if you know of some players that maybe you've used in the past, or you know someone else has used, that has the capabilities of you know, becoming a top player from I guess a lower league or lower team, then let me. Oh, and that's our first goal with Mansfield Town FC. It was a tap-in, but nonetheless the play leading up to it was good. So again, we're even now, even what's it called, even picking, or is that a different phase? I'm not sure. But as what was I saying? Yeah, if you know of any players that have good potential in this career mode, let me know in the comments, so I can, you know, look into them, try and sign them up with the club, and essentially just make Mansfield Town FC a team that's a force. So, you know, just try. Sorry, I was focused on the gameplay, but essentially, just, you know, like anyone that starts off a career mode, your intention is to try and make the best team possible. So I want to try that. The reason why I want to do this career mode with a low league team is because of the budget given, things like that. So with a low budget, try and, you know, create players instead of buying players that are good already. So that process, going through that process of watching a player grow with the club, getting stronger, getting better, things like that. That's one of the things that was attractive to me to do this live stream as compared to the ultimate team or something like that.
Well, it's come down to the final 20 minutes here. And he takes it on. Easy meet for the goalkeeper.
Good strike, is on target.
Davis. McDonald read it magnificently and intercepted. Can they do something positive on the counter-attack? Quick thinking to dispossess his opponent. He's managed to, and a chance for them to nudge in front.
Good stop.
Almost what you might call a jaw-dropping save.
Oh, he's got no right to make that save. It's absolutely fantastic.
But yeah, like I mentioned earlier,
Possession changes hands, the interception there.
these players that I'm playing with, it's always good to, again, you'll see this in professional teams as well, though. The rotation of the team is quite important to let the I guess the less experienced players grow. You know, to fit into the team better, increase their morale, things like that. So let's hope that we don't have to make too many drastic decisions with the team, letting players go, things like that. Obviously, the main battle would be, as always with these career modes, will be the budget, wages and things like that. Once players start performing better, they'll, you know, they will, what's it called? They'll come to the manager, come to me to try and increase their wages, increase their budget, things like that. So, as well as being the gameplay of FIFA, there's a lot of, I guess, management style tactics that you have to be aware of, which is another thing that was that attracted me towards a career mode instead of Ultimate Team. Ultimate Team, it's kind of a pay to win thing. That's a whole nother discussion, though. You know, for those who are into the FIFA scene, gaming scene, who will know about FIFA Ultimate Team, things like that. I mean, I do play it, yeah, and I've got a good team, but it's an investment. For some, it's a financial investment as well as a time investment. But focusing on what we're doing right now, okay, so we do have some, even though we didn't win the cup, we've got additional transfer budget, so almost 400,000. Yeah, as a first kind of competition that we've gone into, it's a good start. Something to improve on. Profits are going up, things like that. So just gonna check on the objectives. I think it was brand exposure, home matches. So I don't think we have any home matches yet. So I think that's what we'll be looking at doing now. Looking at the team. So we'll go through and see what teams we're gonna be facing. So obviously no games have been played, so the standings aren't representative of the teams in any way at the moment. Also Swindon Town, Stevenage, Scunthorpe United, Salford City, that was the other team that I put up in the poll on my Instagram story. So it was either Salford or Mansfield, and the majority said Mansfield, so now we're here. Port Vale, Plymouth Argyle, Oldham, Athletic Oldham, not sure. Northampton, Newport County, Morecambe, Mansfield Town, that's us. Macclesfield, Leyton Orient, Grimsby Town, Forest Green, Exeter City, Crewe, Alexandra, Crawley Town, Colchester, Cheltenham Town, Carlisle United, Cambridge United, and Bradford City. So that's our competition, and let's just we have Emirates FA Cup as well. Let's see. So we'll be versing Crawley in the first round. Okay, and why did I exit that? Okay, let's go back into. I just want to check the other. So there's a Carabao Cup. Did I click it? There'll be the Carabao Cup, FA Cup, leasing.com trophy. I haven't seen this one before, so this is a new one to me as well. So let's see who we're gonna verse in round one. We're gonna go over it. Can't see our team in there. I'm not sure. Maybe we'll update afterwards as well. Okay, we'll advance through this one. So we might get some more transfer requests, transfer offers, sorry, from these games. I'm just gonna stop this because I realized we have some time for some player trainings as well. I think the defense is pretty good at the moment. I want to, instead of him, I want to, who was the other one? Wingers, I think. Yeah, Sinclair and Fielding. I got those two confused, so I'm just going to add him into here as well. So I think I've set up Fielding on a passing one. So I'll set up Sinclair on a dribbling one. Just so it's kind of even in terms of one winger being more dominant in passing, one being dribbling. So if we have to use more skills and things like that, we can position the ball on the correct side of the field. And advance that one. And just load that one up again. So I want to try and make the most of all these training sessions that I can get into, because the more training that these players get, the faster they'll grow essentially. One notification, I think this is our scout. I would say Switzerland. Okay, so I think this is the automatic one that's generated when you first start the career mode. So I know soon I'll be expecting a report from the one I set up in Brazil. Transfer for Sinclair. So he's 18 at the moment. I'm training him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to block offers on this one. And I'll block it on this one as well, because these two players I want to keep in the team and I want to build them up. Being that they're left mid and right mid. Nothing in the player chat. So we can go back, advance, transfer offer for Hamilton. Alright, let's. Just replying to the comments in the chat. Hamilton. 63 rated, 24 years of age. I think I'll hold on to him for a bit longer as well. It's gonna reject that one. replying to some comments. 1 day remaining, so just quick stop that one. Oh, stopped anyway. Transfer for Pierce. He's 29 years of age. I think he's our highest overall centre back. I'm gonna block it for now, and then train. Cool. So Sinclair and Stone have gone up. Oh, I think Sinclair went up by 2. Okay, that's cool. Let's see. Oh, let me go to the calendar because there's a lot of blank days. July. Okay, so we're on the week for our first league game. What is this? Carabao Cup. Yep, there it is. So what I'm gonna do is, okay, let's send today to the next match. Yes, there's been a training injury. We'll have a look at that. Some messages. Let's see. Oh, okay, yeah, because I put him in reserves. I'm gonna have to bring the higher rated players in anyway. Out for 7 days. Bishop, centre midfielder. There is. There's a scout report. Austria. That's all good. Let's see the scout report. So, attacking player, defending player. Okay, so again, they're about 15 and 16. I've got the scout set up for I think 3 months, so I'll let them get scouted further because I don't want to sign into the club straight away. Because firstly, I want to get some players out, and secondly, I want to see exactly what kind of potential they have. Let's play this game. Essentially, in every episode, I guess that we do, I'll try and do about maybe 3 or 4 games, just to provide some. That's a good kid as well. Provide some more content. Overcast, that's what I like. Okay. Actually, I have to make that change. Who was it? Benning. And also one Maynard. So it's a good thing I checked the roster again. He's injured for a little bit. So I want to put the strong starting 11 again. 63. I had this guy in. I can take him out. Play him in. To just increase the strength of the team again, because we are playing league matches now. So obviously, in order to get promotion to the Premier League, we have to win the league games. I think that's good. And let's play. So this is an away game, so keeping in mind that our home games are the crucial ones that we have to win in order to increase that the attendance for that objective.
Made a mistake yet, and as a player you just want to get off to a good start, hopefully a winning one.
Goes for goal.
Okay, good start.
Goalkeepers like action. There was plenty of action for him there. They've got a corner now. He's put in the corner. Keeper up well to punch the corner. Good width in the attack here. Looking for a cross at the end of it.
Nice move.
No threat now.
There we go. Yes.
Gone wide, chance to get the ball in the box.
Play the middle, switch, and
Has a go here. That's a good block.
Oh,
The
good
goalkeeper
hit.
very much on his game today.
Let's try and get ahead of this
Corner
one.
played into the middle. Well, sometimes you just have to clear it like that. Safety first. There's a corner coming up yet again. In goes the corner. Dangerous ball dealt with by the goalkeeper's punch. Goal news from Morecambe.
It's a goal for the visitors. 12 minutes played, 1-0.
Great to have Alan McAnally out and about for us, and he's brought us right up to date again there. When you're a forward and you come into a new club,
just
you know
seen
from
a
your own
comment
experience,
in the
Alan,
chat.
you want to make a good start. Here's his chances, his start today.
By Reese, you buying players in or going to build through the youth academy? Yeah, I think I mentioned this before. It will be a mix of both, because essentially, obviously being that it's a lower league team, the budget won't be there to get the some of the top players, and also the attractiveness as well. Players won't want to move from like Man United or Arsenal or anything to come to Mansfield Town, which is in the 4th tier. So again, youth players are, I guess, at the moment the best way to go, because you can. Oh, good finish. Because the youth players, you can build them up from low overalls, build them up through the club, through training and things like that. So yeah, it'll be a bit of both. Once we start getting more money, once we earn promotion into championship, hopefully into the Prem, when the higher budgets come and things like that, it'll enable us to sign better players, even if it's like loan players as well. The wage budgets will increase as well, so it's all about building the club up as well.
Could have been difficult, but the defender sorted it out. Loses possession. Got away from his man. Chance to put it in the box from here. Danger was looming large. They've got themselves back on the ball. The forward could be played in. It was a lovely pass.
Ooh, what options do I have?
Take them on here. Wonderful chance. Well, they managed to dig themselves out of a pretty deep hole then. It was a great chance, I thought, but they're safe again. Nicky Maynard.
Let's try this. Ooh.
Nice clean save.
So yeah, 10 minutes until the end of the first half. Pretty good start so far. Obviously we're winning, so that's the position we want to be in every game.
Baker. He fancies his chances of getting past these players.
Oh, nice.
Well, the assistant has flagged straight away for the offside.
Well, he's a quick runner, this
I'm
boy.
looking at the
If he just
radar.
delays it for a
Let's try
second,
and
he'd
switch
still
it
get
up
in.
to the side of the field. Good pass. Let's play that. And one more into there.
Nicky Maynard anticipated the direction of the pass and was able to intervene. Terrific tackle. Well, he has cleared the danger. McDonald. Rose. Slipping it through.
Nice.
Oh, what a fine goal! They lead by 2 now. They'll feel a little bit more comfortable. And good value for this advantage at the moment. Just widen
Good
the
finish.
margin here to 2-0.
So, end of the first half.
2 added minutes.
Good performance by the lads. A couple of
Sheehan.
errors or things that
And there goes the whistle
I'm
for
looking at improving
half-time.
on. Maybe after this match, or leading into the next match, I want to try and put more players in. I guess defenders in aggressive positions as well. So when the pass comes in there, being aggressive to go into making the tackles and things like that. I mean, we're winning, so I can change up the play a little bit. Okay, let's go on him. And one more. Who do I want to try out? Let's try him out. We've got a bit more pace and physical, so let's see if that makes a difference. And if that's a player that, you know, we can improve
45 minutes to go as we start the second half.
Strengthen our team with.
Rose. Good challenge here. Sheehan. Going forward with real purpose now. Good reading of the play by the defender there at a time where his team were really under the cosh.
So yeah, increasing things like player reactions, player agility, things like that. So how quick they, you know, they can stop on their tracks, how quickly they can turn around, things like that. Oh, that's good save. Yeah, so again, for those that aren't as familiar with some of the, I guess, the ideologies, tactics of football or even FIFA, yeah, there's something else to improve on.
In behind the defence. Well, he's cleared the danger. Alex McDonald. He's done well to block that. And that will clear the danger. Well, we're 2/3 of the way through the 90 minutes, half an hour to go. Poor on the ball. They're looking to make the change now as quickly as possible, the home team. Well, that's what they've been looking for, the ball in behind. Saw the goal and went for it.
Ooh.
Whether the goalkeeper,
Okay,
I think we must give him credit. He really put him off, didn't he?
Yeah, he split himself, made the goal look small, but even so, what a howler.
Goal news from Morecambe.
It's a second goal for the visitors. 65 minutes played, 2-0.
That's Alan McAnally keeping us bang up to date. Opportunity to play it into the middle. They'll be annoyed with the cross because it was the goalkeeper's ball all the way. Graham. Good work, really, to read the intention of the pass. And 20 minutes to go. Sheehan. Excellent attacking play here. Could open up the opposition now. McDonald. Graham. Neatly intercepted. His teammates have recognised the potential of this attack. Now he's got the ball, what's he going to do with it? Graham. Rose. Able to ease the pressure by that interception. Here's a chance to go down the outside of the opposition.
Nice.
And the defender
So,
able to clear it away.
I'm not sure if that's the player that the defender that I brought on at halftime, but that was a good tackle.
Won it back with an interception. Waters. Haynes.
Also, depending on what the strengths are of the team,
Really the way to
for
get
example,
the
if there's a really strong
danger zone.
defense,
Good save by the
maybe
keeper.
2 or 3 strong defenders, like centre backs, or
Clever ball.
you know, full backs that can play
That was
centre back.
tight. And the keeper
I might
had to be
switch this
brave to
into
get that.
for the team's formation,
And the referee's read that
into
perfectly.
a,
They can play on even though it was a
formation with
foul.
Yeah, I think he's
3
gonna get a yellow
defenders,
card
so
after this move,
maybe like
but
a
should let the move go on.
not a 3-4-3.
No, he's cut
Not
that
a
out well,
not a
well
fan
read.
of wingers, just because they're not in position as effective as a second striker can get into when it comes to
Good
attacking
clean tackle.
scenarios.
Should
So,
be a chance.
oh,
That
beautiful.
should be the game.
Um,
Call it another insurance
so yeah,
goal.
I might look into
Well, it's just a footnote to the match,
boost the
really.
defense,
It
switch
confirms
the
win.
team formation to 3 at the back, maybe like a 3-4-2 3-2-1 or 3-4-1-2. So he's having the extra play up front, extra 1 or 2 players up front. That's narrow, in order to create more attacking chances and score more goals. Let's go for the post-match interview here. It's gonna increase the morale of the players, which is something important as well. Make them play better, make them want to stay at the club, things like that.
Just got a couple of questions for you regarding the match.
So I'm not sure if you can, as an audience, hear these, but essentially I'm just gonna skip them. How happy are you with the win? Obviously lads, give me 100%. That's good. Next one. How satisfied are you with beninging left back? Good performance. Keep the momentum up. Obviously doesn't deserve all the praise. It's a team effort. We're expecting a more competitive match. To be fair, no, it shouldn't be disrespectful to the other team, so give them full credit.
Thank you for your time, really appreciate that.
Yep, cool. Let's just read the messages here. Yes, I really appreciate you. Cool. Yeah, keep it up. Good stuff. Just one more training session. Nice. Advance that. And save that. And I think that's where I'm gonna end this first live stream. So thanks for everyone that tuned in while I was live streaming, asking questions, giving feedback, things like that. And for those that are watching this later, thanks for watching. Once again, tune in for the next ones. Follow me on my Instagram, Twitter, things like that. I'll be posting when I start the live streams on there as well. Any behind the scenes content that I figure out, things like that. But yeah, as my first live stream, thank you once again, and let's hope this is the first episode to an amazing career mode and a good squad development, and I hope to provide better content and entertainment for my audience. Just gonna stop the live stream now. Thank you once again, everyone. Take care, stay safe, see you later.